Hi friends. Hi friends. One of our friends has been asked regarding the some of the questions he has sent to me. So I like to solve all the questions. And the very beautiful question is we need to calculate the whatever the question has been asked by him, and we need to calculate the same with the most convenient method, and we need to explain why that method is very much convenient for us. Okay, so in this context, let me explain you what are the different things we have already studied. Different network reduction techniques we have studied. So the first one is series parallel combination. The second one is star delta connection. The third one is Kirchhoff's current law. Fourth one is Kirchhoff's voltage law, and fifth one is mesh analysis, and the sixth one is nodal analysis. So out of these methods, we need to identify the best convenient method for this particular problem. Okay, so let us see what is the convenient method for this problem. First we need to analyze the problem. So what is the question? The question is calculate I1, I2, I3 and I4. So this is the problem. Actually, if you keenly observe this problem, in this problem there is no voltage source. That means maybe he might have taken some part of the circuit or some part of the network, and that part has been given to us. So as we don't have voltage source, we may not we may not be in a position to go ahead with the Kirchhoff's voltage law. First point. And of course, Kirchhoff's voltage, we are unable to go ahead with Kirchhoff's voltage law. Definitely mesh analysis cannot be applicable. Okay, and the next method is Kirchhoff's current law can be applicable. And coming to series parallel combination, it's not applicable because what we can do with series and parallel, and in series parallel combination we should definitely know the values of the resistors, but here the values of the resistors are unknown, so we cannot go ahead with the series parallel combination. Similarly, we cannot go ahead with the star delta combination, as in star delta also we should definitely know the values of resistors. So as we were unable to see any voltage source here, we may not go ahead with the KVL also. So as we can't go ahead with KVL, we should not be in a position to solve this problem with mesh analysis also. So now we will see the Kirchhoff's current law only. So if you can see here, if this is node 1 and this is node 2 and this is node 3 and this is node 4, for example, of course this is the ground node, maybe you can call it as fifth node also. If these are the nodes, please apply Kirchhoff's current law everywhere. So you can go ahead with at node 1. So what is Kirchhoff's current law at node 1? So entering currents are I1 and I2. So the leaving current is 2 ampere, which is passing through R1. So this part, I am talking about this part. So you can see I am simply marking it. So this is I1 entering plus I2 entering minus 2 ampere equal to 0. So that will be like this, I1 plus I2 equal to 2 1. This is at node 1. At node 1. Similarly, at node 2, so which one is coming? Yeah, nothing is coming. So nothing is coming at node 1. So I can simply write it as I2 plus 3 plus 7 is equal to 0. As nothing is coming, everything is going away from the node. So I can take it all currents as positive, all R currents are negative. So Now I can conclude one part here. Now I can say that I2 is equal to minus 10 ampere. Yes, I can say I2 equal to 10 ampere minus 10 ampere. So I can conclude I1 is equal to 2 minus I2. So which is equal to 2 minus of minus 10. So it will be equal to 12 ampere. So let me go ahead with the third at node 3. Let us see what we can do with node 3. At node 3, so what will happen? Yeah, so which one is coming towards? Yeah, towards 7 is coming towards, and I4 is coming towards, so plus I4, and I3 is going away, so which is equal to I3. Now let's move on to node 4. So at node 4, which one is coming? Yeah, nothing is coming, so all currents are going from node 4. So I can say it is 2 plus I4 plus 4, which is equal to 0, which implies I can conclude that I4 is equal to, it is 6. If I go to other side, it will be minus 6 ampere. Yeah, I4 equal to minus 6, which implies I3 is equal to 7 minus 6, which is equal to 1 ampere. So that's all. So this is the conclusion. So I1 is equal to 12 ampere. So I2 is equal to minus 10 ampere. Similarly, I3 is equal to 1 ampere, and I4 is equal to minus 6 ampere. So that's all. Now I can conclude that, so there is no voltage source in this circuit, so we no need to go ahead with nodal analysis also. So nodal analysis is the method which is used for currents only. Based on currents only we are processing it, but this is the method to use, I mean, to get the node voltages. So here there is no voltage source, so there is no question of voltage here, so no need of getting nodal voltages. So nodal analysis is also not applicable here. And as there is no voltage source, KVL is not applicable, and mesh analysis is also not applicable, and the resistors are unknown to us, so definitely series parallel combination we can't apply, and star delta combination also we can't apply. So definitely we need to go ahead with Kirchhoff's current law only. So this is the final thing. Okay, so this is the explanation for why we are using only Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, here he has asked the currents only, and he has given the values for currents only. So simply by applying Kirchhoff's current law, we can solve this problem. Okay, so this is the solution of this problem. So if you like this video, please like it. If you want to share this video, please share with your friends and family, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.